niggers!
After the second movie I watched, I was like, wow, this is not looking good for me. I was expecting the worst. I saw the cast, I saw the cover, and I'm like, this is gonna be a student film. And for some reason, this ended up being by far the best one. I don't know how they pulled it off, but like, this is a movie. The bar is low, okay? Like, I can tell they put genuine effort into this. First things first, let's just get this out of the way. It's very similar to the 2005 movie, very clearly inspired. Some of the shots are also very clearly inspired by the 2005 movie. But I just want to get this part out of the way before I forget about it. The CGI in this movie, obviously for the most part, it's pretty bad, but considering the budget they had and the limitations that they had, it's actually okay. But there's some shots in this movie where I was like, damn! That looks legitimately good! Like, you could put some of the shots in this movie in an actual, like, theatrically released movie, and I wouldn't even bat an eye. Like, it looks good! So whoever did the special effects for War of the Worlds: The Attack, genuinely good job. Also, this is the one with British people in it. I say people lightly, because the British kids in this movie, they don't give bad performances. Some of the writing for them is a little off, like near the end, one of the kids is just kind of a needless asshole, but the acting on display here is pretty good for the most part. And I will say, the first half barely has any Martians in it. It's more so about them kind of like discovering the aliens, and then one of the aliens breaks out, and then it's kind of like the world going into panic and stuff. And then they end up meeting this priest who ends up being really creepy and really weird. And on a side note, the dude who plays the priest is a genuine actor who's been in like big movies. I want to know, director or cast member, anybody involved in the production, how the hell did you guys get this guy on the cast? He was in 300. That's a big budget, genuine movie that got good reviews and is considered a classic. How the fuck did you guys manage to convince him to be in this movie? I don't mean that as an insult, but like, genuinely, how did you guys get like a professional actor to be in this movie? Questions aside, he gives a genuinely really good performance. He's a little stereotypical in the terms of like, he's a Christian pastor, so of course he's really fucking creepy.
He's pulling his cock out!
Alright, so there's a woman in the room, he's like, time will come where eventually we need to repopulate, and we're not gonna give you these guys inferior seed, I'm gonna give you my seed instead. It's just like,
excuse me, what the actual fuck?
to being like, yeah, I don't want you having sex with those guys, I'm just gonna rape you instead.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
So that's cool.
I beg your pardon?
What the fuck?
He ends up dying. It's in a scene that's very similar to the 2005 movie with the, like, tentacles, I guess, of the tripod coming in the house.
What the actual fuck?
Genuinely good performance on some part. And I would say, for the most part, I wouldn't say there's any actors that do that. I mean, like, some of the side actors and stuff that are barely in the movie don't really do that good of a job, but, like, it doesn't really matter. The characters in this one are fine. It's basically just like the classic War of the Worlds story. It has the classic ending as well, which, by the way, neither of the previous two movies that I just talked about had the classic ending. This is the one where, you know, they die of germs. I don't know what it was. I know that that's how the story ends, but it felt really lazy in this movie. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they had to sit there and explain it to us and be like, oh, they were dead the second they got here. Our simple bodies are able to endure the germs, but theirs are not. And the kid's like, oh, so my armpits are more dangerous than a whole bunch of Martians. Oh, wow, so funny. Yep, yep. I don't know what it was. It just felt really lazy. I can't really fault them for it because that's how the story ends, but something about it just felt kind of off. I don't know. I want to get back to the special effects because there's some shots in this movie early on where I was kind of just like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. I feel like this is going to be kind of boring. I think this is going to be some really low-budget student film. But there's just like genuinely good special effects work. If me, while I'm editing, is not an idiot, I'm putting some of the shots on screen if I can find footage of it. Genuinely really good. And if I can't find footage of it, I encourage you to watch this movie. It's on Tubi. There's some genuinely good shots. Like the destruction shots and the city shots, some of them look genuinely good. At one point I was thinking, I'm like, dude, I could have this as a wallpaper. Like, it's fucking cool. The design of the tripods, I actually think is cool. I actually think it's a little better than the 2005 movie, if I'm gonna be honest.
No?
I don't know what it is, but I'm a sucker for these like really low quality, like shitty looking movies that have a filter over them and take place in like a rural area, but it's so empty and devoid of life. Like it really gives that feeling of an apocalypse. I love movies like that, but I don't know what it is. I'm a sucker for that kind of movie. I love when an apocalypse movie feels like an apocalypse. I love when they look awful. A lot of YouTube fan films also kind of have that look, and I don't know, it's just something about it just really tickles my fancy. That doesn't sound right, actually, now that I think about it. There was definitely some writing issues here. Some of the characters are very underdeveloped and just not very interesting. Near the end of the movie, the black kid kind of like out of nowhere just became like a bit of an asshole. Like a dude literally sacrificed his life to save him, in which, by the way, how he sacrificed his life was incredibly stupid. I mean, he threw a grenade and the tripod fucking like exploded into fiery bits and shit. And I'm like, it's a grenade. A tiny ass grenade is not gonna make an entire tripod just go boom. It's like, no. And grenades don't even cause fire. It's just like shooting a shit ton of shotgun shells everywhere. But whatever. Point is, that was dumb. But he was just kind of being an asshole about that. And I'm like, dude, this guy saved your life, and you're being a dick about it. I don't know. It's just, that part kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But the ending also just kind of felt, I don't want to say rushed, but it just kind of felt, again, lazy. Like, they just hid in the sewer, slept overnight, woke up, and everything was fine. It's just like, oh, okay. Beyond that, I overall think that this is just a genuinely okay movie.
Wait. What the fuck happened? What happened? What happened? What the fuck happened?
And I gotta give them credit for that. If anybody involved in the production or the actors are watching this video, good job. You guys actually made a movie that didn't make me want to kill myself. This was such a breath of fresh air. It's still a low-budget movie with obvious problems, and it does have British people in it, so I do have to dock points for that. Fuck the British. This is all a joke, by the way, just so you're aware of that. Now, after all of this, are any of these truly worse than the 2025 movie? I mean, on an objective level, no. But, like, on a funny level, yes. I don't think any of these movies even come close to the genuine enjoyment I got from the 2025 movie. Again, not because it's good, but because it's terrible. If we are to be fair, there is a movie for War of the Worlds that came out in 2005, and this was my palate cleanser. I don't even really think it's fair to compare this movie, because this is the original, and this is the one that everyone knows. Yes, I'm fully aware that there was a one from the 1950s, but like 1950s movies typically tend to be pretty boring. 1950s monster movies in specific tend to really focus on the humans and not enough on the monsters, which is fine if the human drama is interesting, but it's usually not. I just don't want to go out of my way to look for a movie I have zero interest in watching and don't really think anybody would really care about me talking about. If you want to know, like, genuinely good monster movies that don't focus solely on the monster and have human drama, Godzilla Minus One is really good, and Godzilla 2014. Godzilla Minus One has just a really interesting human drama. There's some parts of it that I'm not huge on, but it's just a genuinely, like, well-written movie for the most part, except when you get to the end. The end is stupid. But, like, genuinely interesting human stuff that, like, I didn't mind Godzilla was not on screen. In the 2014 Godzilla movie, not the best human drama, but it does a really good job at slowly building your anticipation for the monsters, so when the monsters finally appear and they get some explosive reveal, oh my god, it is so satisfying. That airport scene, I come every time I watch that movie.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
So I decided to watch the 2005 movie. This is the golden standard for War of the Worlds. Anytime you ever do War of the Worlds ever again, it will be compared to this movie. And I don't know if we'll ever top it, mostly because I don't think we'll get too much War of the Worlds stuff, because the 2025 movie pretty much killed any brand recognition that this franchise had, and I use the term franchise lightly. But this movie is just genuinely really good. It's got a good story, good acting, good special effects, some good tension. The ending here is, again, the germ ending, but I don't know what it is. It just felt less lazy. Maybe it's because there's Morgan Freeman in it. Maybe it's because this movie came out before the 2020, before the fucking British speaking one. Peace.